Hey everyone, thanks for joining. Happy Friday. My name's Hayley. I'll be guiding you through the next hour or so. So we're going to get started just in tabletop right away. So find wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And just start to paw into the hands, take some rotations. Starting to wake up the joints. Rotating the hands in any and all directions here. And then coming back to neutral. Let's take a couple of hip circles, the upper body. Taking these as slow or as quick as you'd like. And then reverse this direction. Once more on this side. And come back to your tabletop. On your next inhale, draw the heart forward, sink your belly, lift your tailbone, come into your cow. On your exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine, tuck your tail, come into your cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale to your cat. One more cow. One more cat. Come back to neutral spine. Keep the hands where they are. Lengthen the right toes back. Flex the foot. And then we're going to take some rainbows with the right leg. So we're going to drop the toes over. Actually, let's point our toes. It's probably easier. Drop the toes over to the right side. And then lift through center. Drop them across the left leg over to the left side. Gaze might shift over the left shoulder. Just pausing here. Get a little side body stretch in the right side body. And then moving a couple times through this, inhale over to the right, exhale to the left. So painting the back of the wall with the right toes. Moving back and forth a couple more times, just starting to open up the hips, the back of the legs. Keep the belly button in and up for active. Next time your right toes are over on the right side, tuck them, tuck the left toes, lift your hips back up in space. So kind of a funky downward facing dog right now. So you should have a wide stance, your right toe should be off the mat. Take a couple wiggles side to side, just feeling into what your body's receiving right now and how it's responding. Soften through the shoulders. Maybe take a couple bends in the knees. Press the chest back to the legs. Relax the head. Soften through the neck. This time we're going to soften through the left knee all the way down to the ground. Right leg might extend a little bit out further to the right side. Sink the hips to the heel. Come into a modified child's pose. I know this might be a little much on the inner thigh, but just backing out, taking whatever variation is best for your low body. If you want to add a blanket between the hips and the heel to lift the hips up a little bit, feel free to do so. Continuing to connect your body with your breath. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Next inhale, root through the palms. Lift your hips off your heel. Right leg draws back. Keep the toes lifted. And then left fingertips reach to the front of the room. Take an inhale to extend, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Extend. Knee to elbow. One more time to extend. Bend the right knee. Left fingertips might sweep behind, grab hold of the top of the foot, coming into a little dancer variation. Keep kicking the foot into the hand. Roll the left shoulder down. Keep the gaze a little bit out in front of you, neck long. Release the hand, release the foot. Tabletop. Take a round of cat and cow here just to balance it out. Meeting back through table. Left toes lengthen back. Point the toes. Let the toes rest over to the left side. So off of the mat, leg long. And then exhale, cross the leg over the right. Touch the toes down. Get a little stretch here, a little side body. Your gaze might shift over the right shoulder. Next inhale, extend over to the left. Exhale, cross. Paint the back wall. Taking a couple rounds of these with your own breath. Starting to open up the left hip joint, the left inner thighs. Starting to feel your core working. Couple more rounds. Keep the gaze right in between the thumbs. Avoiding cranking the neck. Next time the toes are over to the left side, tuck the toes. Tuck the right toes as well. Press through the hands to lift your hips back up. Funky down dog. Feet should be wide. Sink the heart to the shin. Soften through the shoulders. Feel that extension, specifically through the back of the right leg. It might feel a little bit intense. Try to square the hips. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, press yourself back. Take a couple wraps of the hips. Couple wiggles, just really feel it into the side. And then we'll soften through the right knee all the way down to the mat. Sink the hips to the right heel. Left leg might fall out a little bit deeper, a little bit wider as you sink the hips. Try to reach the forehead to the ground. Modified child's pose. Soften through the shoulders. Let the breath float all the way down to the right inner thigh, the hips. If there's any pain in your knees, backing out of this pose. Take a deep inhale here. Deep exhale, side out. Next inhale, rooting through the hands. Peel the hips off the heel. Lengthen the left toes back. Right fingertips forward, spinal balance. Inhale, find length, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, elbow to knee curl. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Lengthen. Elbow to knee. One more time to extend. Bend through the left knee. Right hand can reach for the top of the foot. Roll the right shoulder down the back. Press the foot into the hand. A nice opening around the left hip flexor, quad. Release the hand and foot. Tabletop. Round of cat and cow here. Tuck your toes. Hover the knees just a couple inches off of the mat. Press the heart back to the legs. Start to feel the low body start to warm up. 2 more rounds of breath here to hold. If you want a little bit more, elbows can bend to the hips. Firing up the arms. 1 more inhale here. Exhale, hips slowly lift back, downward facing dog. A couple moments here to pedal out the feet. Moving into your body. Rock the hips side to side. A couple moments to open and close the mouth. And then find some stillness in your downward dog. Next inhale, right leg rises. Bend the knee, open your hip. Draw the right knee to the right tricep. And then step the foot to the outside edge of the hand. Inhale to draw the heart forward. Exhale, hips lift. And just for this round, think about drawing the right hip forward and left hip back. And then draw left hip forward, right hip back. And then right hip forward, left hip. So kind of taking a little twist of the hips, rocking back and forth. And notice how these subtle movements can dramatically change how you feel in the body. And taking a moment to pause wherever it feels best on your body and notice the rotation of the hips. And then take a little fold over the leg. Soften through the right knee. Left foot steps to the outside edge of the left hand. Hips are high here. Arms reach out in front, active squat. Holding here, belly button in and up. Tuck the tailbone. Arms reach next to the, or biceps next to the ears. Exhale, come up to standing, hands to heart. In, right foot stays, left foot steps back. Inhale, heart draws forward. Exhale, lift the hips. Root through the hands, step yourself back, downward facing dog. Roll the body forward, high plank. Bend the elbows, lower all the way down to the belly. Untuck the toes. Hands next to the chest. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Heart peels off, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale to your baby cobra, or start to extend the arms, lift the hips, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in, left heel rises, bend the knee, opens of the hips. So draw the right hip back, left hip forward. Where do you feel that? And then draw the right hip forward, left hip back. Subtle movements back and forth, taking a couple twists of the hips. And then pausing where it feels best. Inhale here. Exhale to take a little fold forward. Soften through the left knee. Right toe step to the outer edge of the right hand. Sink the hips a little. Active squat. Arms reach up. Next, exhale, hands drop to your heart. Prayer rises. Exhale to your fold. Root through the hands, halfway lift. And then left foot stays, right toes touch back again. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, hips lift. Hands plant. Step the left toes back to meet the right down dog. Inhale to roll the body forward. Exhale, lower halfway or to the belly. Inhale, chatter or cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Right heel rises, bend the knee, stack the hips. Draw the knee to the right tricep. Step the foot outer edge of the hand. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, hips lift back. Soften through the front knee. Left toes forward, active squat. So taking this a little quicker here. Exhale, hands to heart, standing. Inhale to rise. Right away, fold. Halfway lift. This time, step back, downward facing dog. Roll forward. Exhale, lower through your chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Left heel rises. Bend the knee, stack your hip. Knee to tricep. Footsteps outside of hand. Heart forward, lizard. Exhale, modified pyramid, lift the hips. Right foot steps forward, active squat, sink the hips. Draw the hands to heart. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Right away, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale to roll the spine forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Cobra, up dog. Downward facing dog. Full round of breath here. Full round of breath out. Inhale, lift the heels, soften through the knees. Exhale, step your feet to the outside edges of the hand. Oops. Inhale to your active squat. Maybe land a little lighter than I did. Exhale, hands draw to your heart. Inhale, rise the hands. Exhale to your fold. Halfway lift. Step or hop your way through a chaturanga. And we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Full round of breath here. Full round. Right heel rises. Bend the knees, stack your hips. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose. And then step the foot heel first, then toes. In between the hands. Inhale, heart forward. This time, exhale, hips lift back, modified pyramid. Just pausing here for a moment. Nice inhale, soften through the right knee. Left heel stays lifted. Arms rise, biceps next to the ears. Crescent warrior. Sink into the front knee. Draw the right hip back, left hip forward. Holding here for a couple of rounds of breath. Think about every inhale Really reaching through the fingertips. Every exhale, find softness in areas of the body that are holding on to tension. Deep inhale, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, land the left heel. Warrior two. Sink into the front knee. And feel into each posture. Shoulders drop down the spine. Arms elongate. Push through the front heel. And also the knife edge, the outer edge of the back foot. Press the left or the right knee to the outside. Externally rotating the inner thighs. Front palm raises to the sky. Paint the top hand to the top of the room. Reverse your warrior. Soften through the right shoulder. Hands down. Cartwheel down. Lift the left heel. Plant the hands. Step back, high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Meaning in our downward facing dog. Left heel rises. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose. And step the foot through. Inhale, heart draws forward. Sink into the hips. Exhale, then lift the hips back. Modified pyramid. Taking a little fold over the left leg. Soften through the left knee. Use the core to lift the arms up. Crescent warrior. Arms reach up to the sky. Draw the left hip back, right hip forward. The back of the left kneecap lifted. Sink into the front knee. Inhale to energetically reach through the fingertips. Exhale to soften. Couple rounds of breath here. Inhale, reach through the top of the hands. Exhale, lower the right heel, spin open, warrior two. And feel into this posture. Soften the shoulders, arms are reaching in the opposite directions. Root down through the knife edge side of the right foot. Sink into the front knee. Press the left knee to the outside of your mat. Next inhale, palm face up, reverse your warrior. Right or left hand reaches for the back of the room. Next exhale to cartwheel the hands down to frame the front foot. Right heel lifts. Step back, top of the plank, inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Meaning in a downward facing dog. Heels lift, soften through the knees. Exhale, try landing lightly like I did not do last time to the outside edges of the hands. Active squat breath in. Hands draw to the heart. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, step, hop, float, lowering through chaturanga. And meeting in our downward facing dog. Right heel lifts, bend the knee, stack the hips. Then rotate The left foot to point to the back of the room. Touch the right toes next to the left leg. Press into the feet. Lift the hips, right fingertips reach overhead. Next exhale, sink the hips. Draw the right elbow to the belly button. Exhale to lift. One more time, inhale to sink the hips. Exhale, lift, holding here. Draw the right knee to the belly, and then step the foot between the hands. Inhale, heart draws forward. Exhale, lift the hips. Soften through the front knee. Arms reach overhead, crescent warrior. Adding on a few things here. Next exhale, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Side angle pose. Next inhale, reverse your warrior. And then this time, right hand will reach up and out of the right foot. Left toes might need to hop in a little bit. And then peel the left foot off the mat, half moon pose. Left hip stacked on top of right. Right fingers lightly rooted, maybe lifted off the mat. Left fingertips can start to extend to the top of the room. Keep the left foot flexed, soften through the right knee. Using the strength of your core and standing leg to stabilize you. Next exhale, root through the hands on the ground. Square off the hips. So we're in like an L stand. Take an inhale here. Exhale, tuck the left knee behind the right. Take a Shiva squat. Inhale to your L stand. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale, extend. Exhale, Shiva squat. Extend, standing splits this time, so lifting the left leg a little higher. Hips don't have to be squared. Maybe right hand comes to the right ankle. Using it for leverage to lift the left heel a little bit higher here. Soften through the right knee, step the left toes back. Inhale, crescent warrior. Root through the hands, step yourself back, high plank. Maybe float the right toes, chaturanga. Full breath in. Full breath out. Left heel rises. Bend the knees, stack your hips. Start to rotate the right toes, become light on the left fingers. Left toes touch behind the right leg. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, tuck the elbow into the belly, sink the hips. Inhale, wild thing. Exhale to tuck and curl. One more time, wild thing. Exhale, tuck. I lied, one more time, wild thing. And then left knee hugs to the chest. Step the foot to the top of the mat. Heart draws forward. Exhale, hips lift back. Left knee softens. Inhale, crescent. Arms rise. Exhale to settle. Inhale, reach. Open yourself up, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Side angle pose. Finding whatever variation works for you. Next inhale, reverse. Keep the left knee bent. I know it's hurting. Hopefully not hurting actually, just burning. And then coming through center. Wiggle the right toes in a little bit. Left hand comes up and over from the left pinky toe. Right toes will start to float off the ground. Right hand can rest on the right hip or start to extend to the top of the room. Soften through the left knee. Start reaching the left side of the chest open to the right side. Maybe float the left fingertips, using the core to stabilize you. One more round of breath here. And then hands plant in front of the left foot, square the hips. Take a little L shape of the legs. Inhale to extend. Exhale, soften through the knees. Tuck the knee behind the left, Shiva squat. Inhale, extend L. Exhale, Shiva squat. Extend. Shiva squat. This time standing splits. Try lifting the right heel a little bit higher this time. Maybe left hand comes to the ankle for leverage. Maybe both hands if you want to work a little bit more balancing. Soften through the left knee, touch the right toes down. Crescent warrior on your inhale. Hands plant to frame the front foot. Step the left toes back, maybe float. Lower through your chaturanga. Meaning in our downward facing dog. Full round of breath here. Full round of breath out. 3 more rounds of breath. Next inhale, lift the heels, soften through the knees. Exhale, step or hop your feet to the outside edges of your hands. Sink the hips, active squat. Exhale, come up to standing. Hands to heart. Soften through the eyes. And let the thumb knuckles graze the chest. And feeling your life force, your breath, your heartbeat. Anchor you to your practice to carry you through the rest of class, rest of your day. Coming back to any intention that you set for your morning or your practice, maybe the weekend ahead. Letting go of any expectations that you've set for yourself in this class. And we can let go of any expectations we have of others as well. Others' expectations of us will never go away, but we can let go of how we react to them. So when we let go of this idea of having expectations, whether they're high or low or whatever they are, we let go of suffering. Letting go of those expectations to let go of that suffering that we endure on ourselves on a day-to-day basis. Next inhale, palms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Exhale to plant the palms. Step or hop your way through chaturanga, meeting in down dog. Moving through this sequence, adding on a little bit before closing out class. Next inhale, right heel rises. Bend the knees, stack your hips. And then take this into your wild thing. Sink the hips. Elbow draws to the belly button. Inhale, wild thing. Exhale, hips sink. Wild thing. One more time, lower the hips. Working on shoulder mobility. Wild thing, holding here. Draw the knee to the belly. Step the foot through. Inhale, heart draws forward. Exhale, lift the hips back. Crescent warrior, inhale. Exhale to settle. Extend, find that energy through the heels, all the way out the fingers. Open yourself up. Warrior two. Reverse to warrior. Maybe left fingers reach to the front of the room. Exhale takes you into your side angle. Maybe try floating the hands using the core. Reverse your warrior once more. This time, half moon. Try floating effortlessly using the core. So drive these transitions. Make your way into your L stand. Inhale here. Exhale, Shiva squat, tuck. Extend. Shiva squat. Extend. Shiva squat. Extend here. This time, draw the knee to the chest. Use the strength of the standing leg to lift you up. Left knee draws to the heart. And then draw the left heel to the glutes. Right hand, or left hand will stay reaching for the top of the foot on the inside. Let me restart. That was terrible. Right hand stays on the right hip. Left hand reaches for the inside edge of the left foot. And then you'll start to hinge, reach the heart forward. So start to shift the weight forward. Kick the left foot into the hand. You can keep the left or the right hand on the hip, or maybe right fingertips will start to reach forward. So taking our dancer pose, try to lift the left or right hip up, left hip lower, to try keeping the hip square to the mat. One more round of breath here. Exhale, soften and release. Draw the hands to heart, and then hinge forward, warrior three pose. Holding here for a round of breath. And then right knee softens, touch the left toes back, crescent. Hands come down. Right foot steps back, knee lifted, chaturanga. Inhale to breathe in. Exhale to release. Left heel lifts. Bend the knee. Wild thing. Lift the hips. Exhale to squat in. Inhale, wild thing. Exhale to crow. Wild thing. One more time to curl in. Wide thing, lift the hips up high. And then left knee draws to the chest. Step the foot forward. Hold the heart up. Exhale, hips shift back. Crescent warrior, next inhale. Exhale to sink. Inhale here. Exhale takes you into your warrior two. Reverse. Exhale, side angle. Maybe try floating the arms. Use the core to move you. Inhale to reverse. Right arm reaches forward. This time moving effortlessly. Half moon pose. Left hand forward, right toes lift. Holding here. And then square the hips, plant the right hand. Inhale to your L stand. Exhale, Shiva squat. Keep the heart lifted. Inhale, extend. Exhale, Shiva squat. Extend. Shiva squat. Extend here. Draw the right knee to the chest, hands to heart. Use the standing leg to stabilize you and lift you up to stand. Then draw the right heel to the right glute. Left hand comes to the left hip. Right hand reaches for the inside of the right foot. Start reaching the heart forward. Kick the right foot into the right hand. And then start to extend the left hand forward. Dancer pose. Keep extending the hand and kicking into the right hand. Once you stop one of those, you'll start to tumble a little, but it's okay if you do. Just jumping right back into this. Lower through the right hip. Lift up through the left. Try setting a focal point somewhere that's not moving. One more inhale here. Exhale, slowly release, draw the hands together. Right knee to chest. Shift the weight forward, warrior three. Press the back wall away with the right heel. Left knee softens, touch the right toes down, crescent. Exhale, frame the front foot. Left toes float next to the right. Take a chaturanga. Meet in our downward facing dog. Full breath here. Full breath out. Let the knees fall wide, big toes together. Child's pose. The belly melt between the thighs. Forehead can rock side to side. And root through the hands, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. And just for a moment to transition. Right heel rises. Draw the right elbow to the right, right knee to the right elbow. Down to the wrist. And then set the shin on the earth. Lower the left knee and tuck the toes. Inhale. Reach through the crown of the head. Exhale to fold over the front leg, coming into your sleeping pigeon. Choosing your own depth, staying on forearms, maybe coming down onto forehead. Walk the hands back in. Tuck the left toes. Lift the right leg. Again, a counter movement here. And then meeting in your down dog. Left heel lifts. Knee draws to the tricep, then down to the left wrist. Lower the right knee and tuck the toes. Come on the fingertips. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale to fold over the left shin. Plant back through the palms. Right toes tuck, three-legged dog. Counter movement here. And then downward facing dog. One more hop forward, lift the heels, soften the knees. Step or hop the feet outside edges of pants. Active squat. And then start to slowly lower down onto your sits bones. Navasana bow pose. Extend through the legs or keep them bent. Reach the heart to the top of the room. Core is engaged. And then slowly lower down onto the back. And you can take a full body stretch once you arrive. And draw the heels together, knees wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. And placing one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. We did a ton of back bending tonight, or this morning, sorry. So start to feel that energy that we've generated in your heart. Back bending and heart openers are super energizing. That's why we mostly do them in the morning and avoid doing them at night, right before bed. So feel into the sensations in your body that we've created throughout class. And draw the knees together, plant the feet, hands rest next to the hips, taking a bridge pose here. Plant through the feet, press into the palms to tuck the tailbone and then lift the hips up. About reaching the pelvis to the top of the room, opening up the front side of the body. Just a couple more times here. Collarbones are broad here. Think about drawing the heels to the back of the room to activate the hamstrings and glutes. Keep the inner thighs squeezing together. And then lower back down. If wheel is a part of your practice, feel free to take it. Wheel is one of my least favorite poses, but I think I'm going to try to do it this morning since we've warmed up quite a bit. So if you want to take traditional just bridge pose, feel free to take that variation, maybe interlace the hands behind the low back. If you're coming into wheel, plant the hands next to the ears, fingertips graze the shoulders. Press into the hands, into the feet to come to the top of the head. And then lift the hips up. Reach the chest to the back of the room. I'm coming onto my toes because I'm a little tight. Couple rounds of breath here. Keep squeezing the inner thighs together. Extend through the arms. And then when you're ready, come down onto your back. Slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Hands on the belly. Let the feet fall to the edges of the mat, knees clink together. To release your low back. I'm going to take a couple windshield wipers off the legs. Knees drop to the armpits. Hands can grab outside edges of the feet. Happy baby pose. Press the sits bones to the front of the room to flatten out the low back. To release and lengthen. Keep drawing the knees to the armpits. If it's too much to grab the feet, you can grab ankles or behind the knees. Just trying to keep the shoulders rooted to find that extension of the spine. Releasing the back bending that we've done. Let the arms come out to a T. Knees fall over to the left side. Gaze can shift right. Take your supine twist. Come through center. Knees fall in the opposite direction, supine twist. Hug the knees back in. Give yourself a nice, delicious squeeze here. Thanking yourself for taking the time this morning or whenever you decide to do this practice. And then take up space on your mat. Spread your arms and feet wide. Draw the shoulders together. Lift your heart. Allow your limbs to become heavy. Belly relaxes. Chest softens. This unraveled feeling. Stillness. Let gravity do its work. Allowing the body to melt on the mat like a puddle. Nowhere to go, no one to be. Except right here, right now. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. I encourage you to stay here for as long as you need, about 5 to 10 minutes, whenever you feel ready, coming out of your practice. Namaste.